Broadcast First, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
It's been a pretty chilly Monday, and we expect another cold day for our Tuesday as temperatures are going to still be stuck tomorrow afternoon in the 30s. Right now, we're now into the low 30s and a few upper 20s already out there. We've been pretty cloudy, obviously, and we have had at times throughout the morning and afternoon, even going into this evening, a little bit of some flurries, which are still out there showing up on Storm Tracker. Otherwise, though, we're going to be looking at more sunshine for the day tomorrow. Not the case right now. Our virtual weather camera from Champaign remains cold as well as cloudy on our roofing dog island with the wind chills out of the northwest with gusts around 35 miles an hour, so makes it feel like it's below 20 degrees out there this evening. So it'll be a chilly night tonight. It'll be cold for tomorrow morning, a cold day tomorrow, and then we're going to be looking at temperatures returning back to normal by later on this week. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Firefighters rescued 2 kids from a burning home over the weekend. What we know about that fire tonight. Plus, police say a man's in custody after trying to arrange a murder, how they derailed that plot.
And more than 85% of residents at a veteran's home have tested positive for COVID-19, who is now calling for an investigation of the outbreak.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
On fire here on West Main with several people trapped.
When they arrived, firefighters freed 2 children from the burning home. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The firefighters weren't the only ones who sprang into action in Decatur yesterday. 2 women also tried to help before crews got there. Police tape still blocks off the home on West Main Street where flames engulfed the structure yesterday. 2 women driving by tried to get inside to help the children trapped, but the smoke and heat were too strong. By the time firefighters got there, a 7-year-old was being loaded into an ambulance. Crews searched the house and found a 13-year-old on the 2nd floor. Both were rushed to a hospital. Firefighters tell us they were in rough shape when they got out. Now, fire marshals are investigating the cause. At this time, they haven't given the fire department any updates. A Mattoon man was arrested after police say he set fire to a church. 41-year-old Michael Callis is charged with arson to a place of worship, burglary, and theft. Investigators say he stole from the Mattoon Christian Church early Sunday, then stole a car to get away from the fire. The pastor says the damage is so bad they may have to rebuild.
Another man in Mattoon's in custody after police say he tried to rob and murder a drug dealer in Champaign. 28-year-old Cody Cortez was arrested. Police say he planned the murder to get money, guns, and drugs. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays joins us from the newsroom. So, Jamie, you spoke to the chief. What did he say about how this all unfolded?
Paul, he told me Cortez is a heroin user, and he asked 2 or 3 other people to help him commit the murder. Police found out about this because they got a tip. It was from someone Cortez had talked to in hopes of getting this person to take part in the crime. Police found out Cortez was looking for shotguns to use in the murder. They were waiting on him to buy one, and once he did, that's when they arrested him.
We'd been keeping tabs on Mr. Cortez since we found out that he wished to commit the crimes that he wanted to commit, and keeping an eye on him. And we talked to several people in regards to his whereabouts and his activities.
He was arrested in Mattoon the evening before Thanksgiving. Police say they also recorded some of his conversations while he tried to get others to help him commit that murder. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jamie, thanks. Now, Cortez was taken to the Coles County Jail. Champaign police were also notified about where the drug dealer's home is located and the identity of one of those intended victims. A man from Waverly is in custody after police say he stabbed a 65-year-old woman on Saturday in Christian County. Sheriff's office says Shane Mosley stabbed 65-year-old Brenda Whistler from Jacksonville in the neck. Now, the two do know each other. Authorities say Mosley had smoked synthetic marijuana and was riding in a car with his mom. She says he got upset and she pulled over. Whistler was following them in her car and also pulled over. Police say she was stabbed after Mosley got out and broke the driver's side window of the car that was driven by his mom.
A Decatur woman disappeared almost a month ago. Now police need your help finding her. Norma Crutchfield was last seen November 1st near East Olive and North Illinois streets. She has brown hair and green eyes, is 5'7" and weighs about 115 pounds. She also has several identifying tattoos and scars, including butterfly tattoos on her right ankle and right shoulder. We have a full list on our website. If you have any information, contact Decatur Police. Governor Pritzker is under fire for a deadly coronavirus outbreak at the LaSalle Veterans Home. 1 in 5 veterans who lived there died, and nearly 4 in 5 tested positive. House Republicans are demanding public hearings to investigate how the virus spread so fast through the home. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, is live in Springfield tonight. Mark, a Senate committee and the Department of Veterans Affairs have already launched investigations, so this is yet another one.
Jennifer, that's right. They're looking into this tragedy here. 28 veterans died with COVID-19 at the LaSalle Veterans Home in the last 28 days alone, on average about 1 veteran a day. That rapid spread, a sign of weak or ineffective defense against anything that would stop the spread of COVID-19. One investigation did find that staff either didn't wear masks or didn't wear them properly at all times. They also stocked hand sanitizer pumps with hand sanitizer that doesn't work to stop COVID-19. Some staff also offered to come in after coming down with the virus, and all of it in a building with poor ventilation that, quote, increasing the potential of transmission.
Again, this is not community spread. You can look at other private care facilities throughout this region and throughout the state in general, and you will not find data that's staggering.
Why were protocols unclear to staff? Why did some employees report to work after reporting symptoms to their supervisor?
House Republicans there demanding hearings to investigate the breakdown and the delay in response. They want to know why state public health officials didn't show up for 11 days at the facility. Veterans Affairs Committee Chair Stephanie Kifowitz said she would not call a hearing in person right now and put lawmakers at risk, but she and Governor Pritzker today said someone there should be held accountable. Republicans pointed back to Pritzker's heated rhetoric on the campaign trail when running for office about a Legionnaire's outbreak at the Quincy Veterans Home. That was when he was gunning for that job and making hay about the Rauner administration mismanaging a public health crisis. Today, Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger, a veteran himself, tweeted, quote, "The failures here are entirely unacceptable, and without question our most vulnerable population deserves better than this." And Jennifer, there are more than a few Republicans who hope Adam Kinzinger himself might become a candidate to challenge Governor Pritzker in 2022. Reporting in Springfield, Mark Maxwell, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
He is definitely very vocal. All right, Mark, thank you so much. Now, the latest numbers from the LaSalle Veterans Home show 106 of 138 residents have tested positive. 38 have recovered, 40 are still infected, 28 have died. Another 101 staff members have also tested positive. 81 of them have recovered.
An area healthcare system wasn't planning on buying special freezers this year, but the coronavirus pandemic has changed that. Carl Hospital's getting ready for upcoming shipments of a COVID-19 vaccine. Part of that preparation was buying ultra-cold freezers for storage. Hospitals in Urbana, Bloomington, Normal, and Olney have them. The vice president of pharmacy services said it shows the hospital's ability to adapt.
I think one of the things that's very true about healthcare is that you learn early on to be adaptable to the situation and to adjust your plans when the situation changes. And so that's something that we're very used to doing. You know, we plan every year for flu season, and sometimes it's a quiet flu season, and sometimes it's a very busy flu season, and you just adjust your resources and adapt accordingly. So I think hospitals are in general very good at making those sorts of adaptations kind of on the fly.
Carl's also looking at training staff to administer the vaccine. Workers could be pulled from other roles, such as IT nurses. Once the initial shipment of the vaccine arrives, it likely won't be ready for public distribution until weeks later. The hospital has been gearing up since early November. A new drive-through COVID testing clinic is coming to Decatur. It'll be on North Water Street near the Crossing Healthcare Campus starting tomorrow. Testing will be available Monday through Friday from 8 until noon. It's free. Patients are encouraged to schedule an appointment to reduce wait times. We do have a link on our website, WCIA.com. Now, let's take a look at today's COVID-19 numbers. Nearly 6,200 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours. State's positivity rate is at 12.2%. 5,800 people are in the hospital as of last night, with more than 1,200 in the ICU. More than 700 people are getting breathing assistance from a ventilator. 85 more people have died. That includes 2 people in central Illinois. More than 12,200 people have lost their lives since the pandemic has started.
A city in central Illinois has a new YMCA facility. How it's encouraging people to sign up.
Plus, a new addition in Urbana may have caught your eye. Why these concrete boxes have been installed along the street.